In the fall of 1970, young Lieutenant Brian Thacker was sent to Vietnam as part of the 1st Battalion, 92nd Artillery. After an assignment to a gun battery that provided support for combat operations, he took charge of a 6-man observation team organized by his battalion. The team was ordered to man a hilltop in Con Tum Province called Fire Base 6, where they supported South Vietnamese artillery units firing on North Vietnamese units operating in the valleys below. On March 31, 1971, enemy forces launched a coordinated attack along a 60-mile front, with Fire Base 6 among the positions that were attacked. Lieutenant Thacker, asleep at the time, awoke to the thunder of machine guns and grenades flying in toward his position. The North Vietnamese forces penetrated the perimeter, killing 3 of Thacker's men and forcing the Allied defenders to retreat from bunker to bunker in hand-to-hand combat. Calling in air support, Thacker was able to rally his men to hold out against the superior North Vietnamese forces. 2 U.S. helicopters attempted to rescue Thacker and his men, but both were shot down. By this point, Thacker knew there was no way his small force could hold out. During a lull in the fighting, he organized a coordinated withdrawal of his forces to the nearest extraction point, 6 miles away along the ridgeline. As his men evacuated, Thacker remained behind to provide cover, even calling in artillery strikes on his own position in a desperate attempt to keep the enemy at bay. In the ensuing chaos, he was cut off and forced to find cover deep in a bamboo forest, remaining there for 8 days without food or water. The North Vietnamese came so close that he could hear and even smell them. After a South Vietnamese Ranger unit retook the fire base, Thacker decided he could move to safety. After crawling from his bamboo refuge to the fire base, he was medevac the next day and eventually sent to Japan for hospitalization. By the following May, Thacker was back home. His father, still on duty as a career Air Force officer, told him there were rumors he had been recommended for the Medal of Honor, which Thacker dismissed as not possible. 2 years later, however, he received an invitation to the White House, where President Nixon presented him with America's highest military award on October 15, 1973.